assistant supervisors. I'm seeing it quite a lot of people here that are not assistant supervisors, but we just have to start. Now we are looking at today. Let me project what we have so that we can. Okay, great. Once again, this evening we are going to strictly look at how our assistant supervisors can become we're going to strictly look at how our assistant supervisors can build a sustainable supervisor business and how they can from there proceed to become not just managers, but also build a business they can be proud of, and a business that is sustainable, and a business that it's willable. It's our 25th anniversary event, and yeah, and we all are aware of that. So happy 25th anniversary to all of us. This evening we are going to look at the supervisor level, your launch pad to leadership. The supervisor level, your launch pad to leadership. We've been in business for 25 years in Nigeria, and globally, we've been in business for 47 going to 40, for 47 going to 47 years now. And all the impression that most of our leaders had before now was that our business, it's a manager business. Oh, I need to get to manager. I need to ensure I get to manager. So everybody that joins the business focuses on becoming manager. Yes, we always say that the manager level is the door opener. The manager level opens the door for other greater incentives in forever. So before now, people paid little or less attention to the supervisor. People don't pay attention to the supervisor because everybody that joins the business just wants to become manager, and people want to become manager anyhow. So nobody pays attention to how I become manager. Everybody just wants to become manager because they strongly believe that once you are a manager, everything happens. Once you are a manager, oh, you begin to earn XYZ income. Once you are a manager, this happens to you. Once you're a manager, that happens to you. Once you're a manager, you can qualify for Eagle. Once you're a manager, you can begin to run for a global rally. You can begin to go for chairman's bonus. Yes, whilst all these things are true, right? All these things are true. The manager level is very, very important in our business. But I tell you, the critical mass of our business is the supervisor level. The critical mass of our business is the supervisor level. And that is why we always say our business is a supervisor business. Our business is not a manager business. Our business is a supervisor business, because every other thing we do in the business surrounds itself around the supervisor. If you critically look at all the incentives, if you critically analyze the incentives, you will see that everything we do revolves around the supervisor business. If you look at the new cases we are always asked to produce, right? The new case credit component of all the incentives, you will see that they are only but multiplications of the supervisor level. Like the Eagle manager incentive, we say, okay, you need to produce 100 new. 100 new are four supervisors, four supervisor businesses. And we say, okay, aside that, you need to have a development component, which is 2 supervisors. If you look at chairman's bonus, the new component of the chairman's bonus, it requires that you produce 150 cases new. So everything that is done in the business, if you look at the end incentive, you discover that yes, you are starting from 50. You're starting from 50. So if you look at it critically, and you understand the compensation plan very, very well, you know why we always say our business is a supervisor business. And if you focus on developing supervisors in your business, definitely you will not get it wrong. Definitely you will go very, 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 very far in your business. Now, having said that, who is a supervisor? Who is a supervisor? At times we look at it from the viewpoint that, oh, A just became supervisor, B just became supervisor, oh, A just did 25 case credits. There are so many people that roll out 25 case credits every month. But if we deeply look at it critically, are they supervisors? Yes, they are supervisors by number. But if you look at it critically, you discover that they are not supervisors, because they only have the quantity and not the qualities that make up a supervisor. So the supervisor first is in our business is not the assistant supervisor. We have a clear, we recognize the preferred customers as a level. So I want you to look at it this way. Most of us that are managers, or most of us that are assistant managers or senior managers, you always see a number code. You always see a number code associated with your level. The managers, you see 6. Senior managers, you see 7. Right? If you look at it very well, and you understand what I'm saying, you only better agree with me what I'm about to say now. So your preferred customer is the first level. The assistant supervisor is the second level. The supervisor is the third level. The assistant manager is the 4th level. The unrecognized managers are the 5th level, because we have something like that. Unrecognized managers are the 5th level, and the manager is the 6th level. So if you're seeing those codes around your level in the comp plan, those are actually the meaning. So if you see 6, anytime you see a code 6, that represents a manager business, and if you see the code 3, it represents a supervisor. So they are the 3rd level in our compensation plan. This level anchors, I've said it, all other levels, every other thing that we are doing, every other thing that we do in the business, every other thing that we try to do revolves around the supervisor level. If you don't know, you'll be thinking that, oh, it revolves around the managers. You'll be thinking it revolves around the managers, but it doesn't revolve around the manager. And for leaders that understand this critically, they pay a lot of attention to becoming supervisors. They pay a lot of attention to, oh, how can I build supervisors? I've said this severally. A lot of us have had of keep saying, if you want to join my business, just be sure you have your 25cc and you're ready to come in. That is his own recruitment philosophy, and that is you coming in at that supervisor level. So he wants to be sure that as a leader, I am bringing in people at a level that I can be rest assured that yes, these guys are serious for business. These guys are the right set of people, and they are ready to run. So if I want to pay attention to recruitment, I am paying attention to bringing in people at the supervisor level. And as I continue to roll in supervisors, I'll continue to increase my retention, and I'll continue to increase the possibilities of them growing to managers or even becoming Eagle managers. So it's only but a mindset. So if you understand this very well, and if you understand why they are doing it, you will only better agree with me that yes, our business is a supervisor business. Now, it is the first level of leadership in our comp plan. It is the first level of leadership in our comp plan. A lot of people have said, oh, I am an assistant supervisor, but I have other assistant supervisors. Yes, dear, you have other assistant supervisors, but what makes you a leader is not just your ability to have people in your team, it's also your ability to earn significantly from the activities of those people and be able to also train them. So when you are a supervisor, you begin to earn what we call volume bonus. You begin to earn volume case credits, and that is significant, meaning that you are not the only person contributing to your success. You have other people in your team that are contributing to your success. So that is why we say, yes, it is the first level of leadership in your business, and it signifies a step towards building a sustainable business. Like I said, once you're a supervisor, a lot of things happen. Not just in your case credits, but also you begin to see the business in a different way. That is, if you build to supervisor, there's a difference between properly building, which is what we are promoting, which is what we really want to look at. How can we build a very sustainable and profitable supervisor business? So if you really went through the process, like what we used to say those days in the university, that you can pass through the university and the university system will not pass through you, right? If you really pass through the supervisor process, definitely you learned a lot. Definitely you interacted with so many people. Definitely you picked one. You ought to have picked up one skill or the other that will tune you to becoming a very good supervisor, and that is what you need to transfer to people as a leader. Then how do we define? We can't just deny the fact that we need to also define who our supervisors are. How do we really define who is a supervisor according to our policy? It's simple. That forever business owner that can generate or that can accumulate 25 case credit in either one month or 2 consecutive months, either individually or as a group, that is with other people. So once we have this, we say, congratulations, you are a supervisor. Congratulations, you have moved up from an assistant supervisor to a supervisor. Now, also, there is also a concept of, I want to always become a supervisor. I want to always requalify as a supervisor. So what it means is that, okay, I am a supervisor now, but my focus and my goal is to always generate supervisor business every month. So I want to always generate supervisor business. I want to always be in that mind frame of a supervisor, because I know that the supervisor level is the critical mass of our business. Triple diamond manager, as a diamond, able to generate Sorry, somebody said the sound is cracking. If you can hear me properly, just type yes. I just read. If you can hear me properly, just type yes. If you can hear me properly. I'm saying yes. I'm saying the sound is cracking. I don't even know which one to believe again, because I have another system here and I can hear myself loud and clear. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So if your sound is cracking, please just check your connection. It might be coming from your own Maybe coming from your own connection. So like I said, I am a manager, I am a senior manager, I'm a double diamond manager, but I can be in the supervisor mindset. I can always have the supervisor mindset to tell myself that, yes, every month, I want to personally generate supervisor business, or every month I want to, like what Rofkeep currently does. Rofkeep is always in the supervisor mindset. So every month I want to rule out supervisors. I want to roll out supervisors, and you challenge yourself on the number of supervisors that you can build, or you can develop every month. For him, he is developing it at the sponsoring level. He's rolling out supervisors at the sponsoring level, right? Yours as a forever business owner can be at the retail level, right? At the retail level. So yours can be at the retail level, right? Yours can be at the retail level. Yours can also be, you can also have a component of, yours can be at the sponsoring level. Yours can be at any level that you deem, fit. It's totally left for you to choose a level and say, this is the level where I want to have the supervisor mindset. This is the level where I want to rule. This is the mindset where I want to be, and I want to do it at this level. So if Rob is doing it at a particular level, you can decide to say, okay, this is the level that I want to do it. And I tell you, nobody will fault you. Nobody will fault you for that, because it is your strategy. It is your strategy. Nobody will fault you at all for that. So having said So having said that, so once you become a supervisor, you also begin to get those benefits, right? You also begin to get those benefits. I mean, there are benefits that accrue, or that there are things in our plan that supervisors benefit from. So like bonuses, like other things that the supervisor is supposed to benefit from, you begin to also benefit from them. That when we go deeper into this presentation, you will understand some of those stuff. But what are the significance? Why must I become a supervisor? Because some of us want to become supervisors. Some of us want to be in the supervisor mindset. Some of us have been long enough in the business. Some of us understand 100% what to expect as at the supervisor level. But let's also just remind ourselves. Let's remind ourselves of this. The first thing I said, that is the foundation for leadership. It is the foundation for leadership. So as a supervisor, once we recognize you on stage, we always say, welcome to leadership. Welcome to leadership. I mean, and when we talk about leadership, it involves a lot of things. It involves a lot of things. Like I always say, that pin that you have is a symbol of vision, is a symbol of courage, is a symbol of endurance, and it's a symbol of nurture. So you have people in your team, you need to groom them, you need to nurture them, you need to teach them, you need to train them, you need to mentor them, you need to coach them. It involves a whole lot. So the supervisor is the launch pad to higher leadership ranks in Forever. Let's set an example. Let's look at the manager. Let's look at the manager level. If I pick the manager level today and say, oh, I am a manager, and you want to break it down properly, you can break down the manager level, right? If I want to break down the manager level, you can break down the manager level into 2 or 3 strong supervisor businesses. So if you can see, you can beat your chest and say, if I have 2 or 3 strong supervisor businesses, right? 2, 3 strong supervisor businesses, and they are doing the supervisor business at that level, yes, I can beat my chest and say, I am a strong manager. I am a strong manager. So, but if you focus on running straight to manager, you become manager, And I always say you become an empty manager, because the month you become manager will be the month where you have your highest income. At the end of the day, you are up there as a manager and there is no foundation. There is no foundation. So what I'm saying in a sense is that the supervisor level is that foundation you need in leadership. The supervisor level is that foundation you need when we look at the higher levels. So if you see a manager, once you see a strong manager that is earning a manager's income or a manager's bonus, look at that manager very, very well. Look at the business very, very well. There are 2 or 3 strong supervisors that are doing their bit. We see this all the time. Look at it very, very well. You will see that in that manager business, there are 2 or 3 strong supervisors that are anchoring the business. Now, for us, sincerely, once someone becomes a supervisor, right? Once someone becomes a supervisor, you begin to see that increased commitments, right? You begin to see that increased commitment. You begin to see them take responsibility, because now they have a team. Now they have a team. Because they have a team, right? Because they have a team, they want to be responsible. They want to be accountable, because people are looking up to them. And they also want to support their team. Yes, we know we have a lot of people that lean strongly on their managers, right? We have a lot of supervisors. We have even a lot of assistant supervisors that lean on the managers. Oh, Mama, come and help me do this. Oh, sir, come and help me do this. Oh, come and help me present. Oh, I have a product launch. You know, I can't present. You know, I can't do PPs. You know, I can't do this. No, but if you look at it critically, right? If you look at it critically, once someone becomes a supervisor, it is now our responsibility to pass to them. Let's even say that they don't have those skills before then. It's our responsibility to pass all the skills that we need. They need to know how to present. They need to know how to hold themselves and others accountable. They need to know how to support their team. They need to know how to run their own team incentive. They need to know how to run their own team activities, because that is the fulcrum of leadership. That is where leadership starts. But if you say, I want to continue to nurse them, I want to continue to nurture them, I want to continue to know, they will end up becoming managers, and they will still be dependent totally on you. They will have a team that is dependent on you. They will have a team that they themselves cannot support. They will have a team that cannot present, because they themselves don't know how to present. They don't know how to present because they don't know how to present. So they will push everything on you, right? On you, because, I mean, you are ready to do everything for them. You were not ready to push. You were not ready to push them out so that they can take care of their business. So that supervisor level is the level that we need to ensure that our people take responsibility in building their business, they take responsibility in supporting their own team, because by that level they have a team and need to support them. Now, this is where you see, I've said this severally, and I've also had most of our leaders train on this. If you don't understand our compensation plan, I think you are making a big mistake, because there is no way you can build this business without having a thorough understanding of where the monies are coming from. So the supervisor level is the first level. Is the first level where a forever business owner can experience increased earning. That is the first level where you can experience increased earning. Because you will begin, like I said earlier, you will begin to also earn from other people's activities. You begin to earn team bonuses, right? You begin to earn team bonus, and you also begin the percentage increases. So, but it is not that month that you become supervisor. It is not that particular month that you became supervisor that you experience this. So a lot of our people don't experience it because you threw in everything to become supervisor. So I want to become supervisor at all costs. You want to become supervisor without a team. So you go all out and become supervisor, and the next month you can't do anything. So you don't experience that increased earning that comes from that level. You don't experience it. So I also say it when people build to manager. So you worked so hard, you put in everything and you became manager, and that is it. The next month, the subsequent months, you can't do 4cc, and that is like, so you have not really experienced. Like I said, these are doors. These are doors. So you get to the door, you open it, but you're not in. You're not in the room. You're not in the room. You need to be in the room to benefit. You need to be in the room to participate. You need to be in the room to say, yeah, wow, so this is how it feels to be a supervisor. So when we talk about increased earning, it is not the month that you became supervisor that you're going to see that real increase in your earnings between when you were an assistant supervisor and when you are a supervisor. Now, these are, we all know, I just believe we all know this. I just believe we all know this. I just believe we all know this, right? This is enshrined in our company policy. It's enshrined in our company policy that once you become a supervisor, we all know that yes, you are wholesale qualified. That is 30% discount plus 8% that you earn. That you earn as part of your bonus, part of your bonus at the 15th of the month. Most importantly, right? For your preferred customers, we know preferred customers have 5% discount, and from them, whatever they buy from you, you are going to earn, right? You are going to earn 25% of that. Now, some of our assistant supervisors are already benefiting from them. Others are not. So once you are a supervisor and you are active, 3% of the volume bonus, right? Volume bonus from all your assistant supervisors come to you. We know that already. Because assistant supervisor that is 4cc active gets 5%, and you as a supervisor, you are at 8%. So it's the difference between the 8 and the 5. That is the 3% volume bonus that we are talking about. And this 3% volume bonus can be huge depending on the size of depending on the base of your assistant supervisors, depending on the base of your assistant supervisors. Again, if you have assistant supervisors that are not 4cc active, if you have assistant supervisors and they are not 4cc active, right? If you're an assistant supervisor, you are not 4cc active, you already know that you are missing your 5%. You are missing your 5%. And that 5% will go up to the next assistant supervisor that is 4cc active, or it will go to that supervisor who is 4cc active. There is no earning in forever that is in isolation. The money will continue to trace, will go up there till it finds someone that is active, and the person will be the one to benefit. So these 3% and these 5% can make a whole lot of difference. It can make a whole lot of difference. Moving the additional 3%, depend on the volume that you are doing, right? Depend on the volume that they are doing, depend on the number of preferred customers that you have that are on our system, depend on the number of assistant supervisors that you have, depending on the activeness or non-activeness of your assistant supervisors. If your assistant supervisors are active, well and good, congratulations. However, if you have assistant supervisors that are not active and they are doing business, so 5% of whatever they are, they bought during the month will come to you because of the fact that they are not active. Just because of the fact that they are not active, you will get that. So this is one aspect that we need to pay attention. We need to pay attention to, because this whole 3% is a whole lot, and it can help you achieve one thing or the other. And like I always say, every level in forever that you are in, you need to be happy that you are there, and you are expected to be profitable. You will see somebody will tell you, oh, I am a supervisor, and the person is happy. The person is happy because yes, if you look at the profit that they are making, right? If you look at the profit that they are making, if you look at how they are doing their business, they are doing their business very well, and they are happy because all the profits, all the benefits and the bonuses that they are getting is helping them solve one problem or the other. The supervisor level gives you credibility. It's not that the assistant professor level doesn't give you credibility. It's not that when you are a customer, when you're a preferred customer and you are using the product, you are not credible. However, when you become a supervisor, right, it's motivating. It's motivating everybody. Even your upline will look at it and say, okay, this person is someone I can work with. This person is someone I can trust. This person is someone I can invest my time. I can invest my time in this person. I can invest my resources. So it's a symbol of trust. I mean, and when we look at trust, we look at commitment, we look at reliability, we look at, most importantly, we look at compliance, we look at competence, we look at sincerity. There are so many, so many things. So many things that we can look at, when someone becomes a supervisor, because it is a critical level, it is a very, very critical level in our compensation plan. Now, what are some of the strategies? I'm an assistant supervisor today. Oh, I have targeted the supervisor level severally. I have done this, I have done that. I have tried to become a supervisor severally, but it's not working. Now, what are some of the strategies that we can look at? What are some of the strategies that we can look at? Right? I'm going to roll out 1 or 2 or 3. I don't know how many. I think there are 3 or 4 I want you to try some of them and see how if they will work. They will work for you. The first one is that you need to master the product and teach others to do so. The very first one is that it's all about mastering the product. Remember, at the assistant supervisor level, you don't have a big team, right? You don't have a big team. Yeah, there are some assistant supervisors that are blessed with they are blessed with friends, colleagues in the workplace that have joined their team, right? But because you are still trying to come up, you still want to master the art. You've not mastered it yet. You are still trying to pick up those skills that we need, those presentation skills. You're still trying to get to know more about how to do product launches, or how to do this or how to do that. Now, the first thing that you can focus on is pick 1 or 2 or 3 products, right? And master those products. Master those products. When you master these products, right? When you seriously master these products, it can give you an edge. Right? It can give you an edge. Yes, a lot of people might say, oh, I am shy. Oh, I can't talk. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. But just find comfort in 1 or 2 products, right? Find comfort in 1 or 2 products and run with it. Our basket is so full, right? Our basket is so full that you cannot run with everything. If you want to run with everything, you'll be so overwhelmed. So pick few products and become an expert in those products, right? If you, like I said on Wednesday in the hall, if you cannot use, right? Because we always say use and share, right? If you can, we always say use and share. So if use and share is not a strategy for you, we can go by share and use. We can go by simple strategy. Of share and use. So the meaning is that of those products, which will earn you an income or a bonus that you can use to have the product experience. So we are not ruling out the aspect of you using the product, because using the product is key, because you need to have your own experience. You need to have your own product experience. So we are saying you become the experts, right? You use and you share the testimonies. But if that is not working because you strongly believe that, oh, as an assistant supervisor, I don't have the money. I cannot bring out 30-something thousand naira and buy gel and just drink 30-something thousand naira. right? If that is what it is, so what we are saying is that, okay, can I master the product in such a way that I can sell 3, right? Then on the 15th of the month, when I get the bonus, if that is okay by me, I can get a bottle of gel and I have the product experience. So it will no longer be product experience, become the experts. It will become the experts, share, then use. So you are sharing, but what you are sharing at that point is not your testimony. What you are sharing are the testimonies of other people. So do you have access to those testimonies, right, of others that you can share, right, that can gain you some traction so that you will be able to sell? That's the first one. That's the first one. The second one is, the second aspect is product demonstration. There's a whole lot that happens with gel when you demo, especially gel and some of our products. They are very strong antioxidants. So, and for all these strong antioxidants, when you use them against an oxidizing agent, people marvel. So you can go by way of product demonstration. Can go by way of product demonstration. When you do this product demonstration, it gives you some traction, it gives you some leverage, it gives you, I mean, in fact, for me as a salesperson, you will talk less, right? You will talk less, because when you have product demonstrations, people are just watching, they're observing, and yours is just to, at the end of the day, you answer questions. Yours is just to answer questions. So that is another approach that can help. And if you are, if before you joined, you already had a niche, or these days, a lot of people exercise, a lot of people pay attention to different things, a lot of people are into skincare, a lot of people are busy professionals. So if you can identify a niche and also run with that niche, it will help you. Now, what will this strategy do? This strategy will first help you build trust. If you help you build trust, trust is key. Trust is very, very key, guys. It will help you build trust. It will help you build repeat customers, and it will give you confidence downlines. Confidence because it's practical, right? Confidence because it's practical. Confidence because, yes, you are doing demonstrations. I mean, once you master how to demonstrate and you bring in somebody and you tell them exactly what to do, they watch you do it once, watch you do it twice, you observe them do it, right? You observe them do it once or twice, then you let them, you allow them to do it. You allow them to do it, you follow them, you guys just wait for question and answer section, and you take the question and answer section. So this is the first. So master the product and teach others to. This can be a good strategy, very, very good strategy. I don't know how to present. I don't know if I talk to people to join the business, whether they will join or not, but I know, yes, a lot of people are looking for how to. A lot of people are promoting wellness. A lot of people want to be well. Nobody wants to be sick. So I can ride on that. So that's the first approach. Now, the second approach is develop the 2-4-1 recruitment strategy. This 2-4-1, we know it. This 2-4-1, we've talked about it severally. What do I need to become a supervisor? What do I need? How many assistant supervisors do I need to become a supervisor? You just need 2 assistant supervisors plus you to become a supervisor. So 2 assistant supervisors, right, that are doing their 4 case credits every month will turn in 2 consecutive months, will give you the supervisor. So recruit 2 people each month. So if I want, let's say I'm a manager, I'm on and I am on this call, right? I am a manager and I am on this call, and I want to, today, I want to go on that, I want to start building my supervisor mindsets. I want to start building my supervisor mindset. So, and I want to go by this 2-4-1 recruitment strategy. So what I would do is that my goal every month is not just to recruit. My goal every month is to recruit 2 people, two people who I will teach, because again, we ask people to do 4CC. We ask people to do 4CC. We don't 4CCs. We don't show them the how of 4CC. We don't show them how to. We don't tell them how to segment. We don't show them how to look for the right people, because we're talking about 2 people that can do 4CC, right? 2 people that have the why, 2 people that have the reason why they want to be in business, 2 people that are ready to build, 2 people that are ready to run their race and not depend, they will not depend totally on you. So it involves a lot of segmentation, right? It involves a lot of segmentation. It involves a lot of trying to sieve people, right? But you know exactly what you're looking for. I'm looking for 2 people each month who are willing to start their own business and are committing to 4cc. And are committing to 4cc. Now 4cc is easier when it can run throughout the month. It can run throughout the month, right? It's not when it's done at the end of when it's done at the end of the month. The meaning is that the month of February you are trying to sell the products that you bought in January. As some of the leaders here know, it's always this is one aspect that if you look at every leader, they will tell you buy your 4cc first month. So buy your 4cc first month. So when you especially when you have a niche, first week, buy your 4cc first week, and you know I have this product and you know I need to sell this product and I have 4 weeks to sell them. I have 4 weeks to sell them. So if I have 2 people, that really want to be in business, are really in business, and they can commit to doing 4cc's, then I just need myself, right? I just need myself here, right? And I have a John and I have a Jane that can accept and adopt this approach. So the first month we are looking at depending on the approach. So if I am going with 4, yes, it's going to be 12cc. If I'm going with 5K credit, it's going to be 15cc, because mine is 4. There's this guy 4, this lady 4. They are all in my team. We all want to run. So first month we have between 12, depending on the approach I'm using. If I'm using 4cc, it's 12. If I'm using 5cc, it's 15cc. So I have that. In the second month, I have 24, and between 24 and 30. So if it's 4, it's 24cc. If it's 5, it's 30cc. This is exactly what we need to duplicate. This is exactly what we need to duplicate. Because if I duplicate this, this is what I'm going to get. And that is why we say the supervisor level is key. What we just need to do is to understand it. So I wanted to circle this, but so if I circle this, the meaning is that this is my supervisor. So these 2 are my core. These 2 are my core to having a repeat supervisor business. These 2 guys are my core to having a repeat supervisor business. While these 2 are his core to having a repeat supervisor business, and these two are her core to having a repeat supervisor business. So what we are doing is here, is in this second point. So train these 2 to duplicate this effort, aiming for a growing and sustainable structure. Now, at this point, I want to, because there are 2 or 3 or 4 places, 2 or 3 or 4 places, or 4 other slides where I have the word duplicate. I have the word duplicate. Now, when we talk about duplication, it's copycats. You see, when you say duplicates, just do it exactly the way it is. So A photocopier is like a molly. A photocopier is like a molly. Just we all make photocopies, right? We all make photocopies. So when you place something on the photocopier, it just duplicates exactly what. So what I'm saying here is copy paste exactly. But for these guys to copy paste, for these guys to really copy paste, right? For these guys to really copy paste, yes, you want them to duplicate the efforts, right? But the mindset you need to train them in such a way that they can replicate. Because when you say, oh, I want you to replicate something, the meaning is that I am giving you the skills. I am letting you know the why you are doing it, right? I'm letting you know everything, and I'm giving you that ability to reproduce it. So it's different from duplicate, because when you duplicate, you just copy. You copy paste. You don't have the sense. You don't have the sense. You don't know, oh, they just said I should make photocopies. So you're running photocopies. But when you replicate something, you are giving the person the skill set. You're letting him know why this has happened. You are giving them that ability to become co-creators of that approach. So when they become co-creators of that approach, right? When they have a team, they will be able to look at the team and say, I know why we are doing this. But when people duplicate, they don't know the why. They don't know the why. Is our mama said we should do this. Our leader said we should do this. So they just duplicate. It's like blindfolding people. But when you blindfold and you try to give them the why, you try to give them the sense, you gotta give them the skills. So we don't longer say duplicate, we're saying replicate what I am doing. So they mean that you're not going to do it exactly. It might not be exactly the same way I did it because not copycat, but the result will be the same. The result will be the same. And when we have this, when we have a result like that, we'll now begin to look at, okay, if we just have this 2 generations down, if we don't just have this 2 generations down, as a manager, I can decide that, okay, this is the approach I want to have. This is the approach I want to adopt. So every month, this is what my focus is really going to be. This is what my focus is going to be. I am really going to focus. I've said it severally. Forget your managers. If you're a manager, forget your managers. Your managers will take care of themselves. Focus on your open business. If you focus on your open business and say, okay, I want to begin to have this supervisor mindset. So every month is 2 supervisors. Sorry, every month is 2 assistant supervisors. 2 assistant supervisors that can run with their 4cc. So you do it. So the first month, if you look at what I have here, if you look at what I have here, so you have 28 cc's, right? 28 cc's to 35 cc's, the whole of this. So you just have how many? This is you, 1, 2, you, right? You are the one here. You're the one here. Have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus you, that's 7. That's 7. So, but if you run the 5cc approach, it takes you to 35. You run the 4cc approach, it takes you to 28. If you do this in 2 months, so every 2 months, you're generating a non-manager business between 56 and 70. Just with these people, and everybody is growing, because if yes, they have the sense, they have the skill set, they know why they are doing it. If they can always replicate, because with replication, like I said, the result will always be the same, but the approach might be different. So it's totally different from duplicating. I want to duplicate, oh, they said it must be done like this. They said it must be done like this. And when it's not done like that, they have this feeling. No, they are leaders. You are building leaders. You're not building mollies. You are building leaders. And when you are building leaders, you give them everything that you can give them so that you can be free to look at other people and build them too. So when you do that, then you begin to see the changes. So this is strategy number 2, approach number 2. Now, approach number 3 might be, okay, yes, at this point, I might not, I am an introvert, I can't recruit, I can't, I am shy, I can't talk to people. So can you give yourself can you give yourself monthly personal case credits targets? Can you give yourself targets, right? Can you give yourself targets and to say, okay, I know if I currently in the business, I know assistant supervisors, I know some assistant supervisors that every month they retail around 6, 7, 8 case credits on their own. In fact, I know an assistant supervisor that every month is 8 case credits, 8 case credits, 8 case credits, 8 case credits. Between 8, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7. So can you give yourself, okay, this is the only thing within my reach. I know I can sell. So can you give yourself personal CC goals to say, okay, this is what I want to, this is the approach I want to use. This is the approach I want to use, and see if you can have a multiplier effect. See if, okay, if I do this and I push myself and I do it in 2 months, what am I going to get out of it? What am I going to get out of it? You see, because when we go out and push ourselves and right and put it before us, then we'll see things happen. But when we don't do that, I mean, when you don't have a goal before you, so there's nothing to chase. So focusing on this case credit multiplication strictly based on your own effort might be a strategy. And if you're lucky within the process to have 1 or 2 persons that can be part of your, that can be part of your team, that will also help. Now, I cannot overemphasize this. I cannot overemphasize this, leveraging on social media, leveraging on digital marketing for recruitment. Leveraging on digital marketing for recruitment. A lot of us, I don't know how many of us joined the retreats. I don't know how many of us joined the retreat. I don't know how many of us had what Enos said. I don't know how many of us had what Kuchi said. Digital marketing is social media is what it is now. But for recruitment, for everything, a lot of us don't want to show our face. You don't want to show your face out there. But social media can help you. Digital marketing can help you. Right? I am an introvert. Oh, I don't want to meet people. I don't want to find. You can hide under social media, right? You can perfectly hide under social media and still do your business. You can hide under social media and do your business. But what some of us, I still said this in Aromire on Wednesday, what some of us don't want to do is that we don't want to spend. Social media has gone beyond posting on your Facebook page, posting on your Instagram page. If you truly want to make those sales, if you truly want to make them, then you have to spend. Then you have to promote, you have to run those ads. Because when you run those ads and when they are targeted ads, I tell you, it will give you, give you exactly what you are looking for, depending on what your goal is. If your goal is generating leads, then you either Facebook or Google or whatever will push the leads to you. Then you can follow up. If it's sales, so it's the more money you spend, the more you get out of it. That is just the truth. The more money you spend, the more you get out of social media. So if you're not ready to spend and you're expecting that, oh, let me continue. They said I should do digital marketing. Let me continue. I'm posting on my Facebook. That is not the approach. A lot can happen. Again, I'm saying this, a lot can happen on social media. There are so many people that you cannot meet. There are so many people that need our product. There are so many people that are looking for the next big thing to happen in their lives. Right? Whether in terms of in line with their health or in line with their finances, right? that don't even know that something like this exists. There's a whole generation that doesn't know about Forever. There's a whole generation that doesn't know about Atixi. There's a whole generation that doesn't know about gel. Aloe gel. They're out there, they are waiting, but for you to assess them, right, you must be at a position where that search optimization, once you put it, once they type in aloe vera gel or omega-3 or Atixi or whatever, your own ad will come up. But there's no way you can achieve that if you don't spend. So this is an approach. This is an approach, but this approach requires commitment. This approach requires some finances. This approach requires the fact that yes, you also need some skills. And there is nothing you cannot learn. If you go to YouTube now and type free digital marketing class, free, I'm not talking about spending, free digital marketing, you are going to see an 8 to 10 hours free digital marketing class that you can go through. There are so many materials out there, so you must be very, very willing and ready to learn. And once you learn and you get it, definitely you will start rolling with this strategy. But I tell you, this is a strategy. This is what is in vogue now. This is what everybody is using now. I told us about a guy in Germany that did more than 5,000 cc's last year, just selling us, just to selling on social media. He doesn't have a team. Everything he achieved, the 5,000 plus case credit, was just via social media. So social media is trending now, and with our population and our markets, we need to take advantage of that. So that can be a strategy for you. Now the next one is to train for duplication. I think I've talked a little about duplication and the need for us to go beyond duplication, because when you duplicate people, you can see what those guys are doing there. When you duplicate people, they are like mollies. They're like, oh, this is exactly what we must do. It's very, very good to have a system, right? It's very, very good to have a system. It's very, 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 very good. So within yourself, I always say when people join, ask what is onboard people, right? When you onboard people, they know exactly what to do, they know exactly what to expect, they know the next line of action, right? So that when you now, when you put up a call and say, oh, we need to do this, oh, have you done this? They are not shocked, they are not surprised, because during the onboarding, it was clearly stated. But when you have a system where you want to, people are coming in and you are doing everything for them. So you want to be the one to buy their product. You want to be the one to send it to them. You want to, don't worry, I'm going to do this for you. Don't worry, I'm going to do this for you. Yes, it's good to help. It's good to support. But let's not help and support in a way that it will jeopardize your efforts in the future. Or it will rubbish, not jeopardize. Yes, it will rubbish or everything that you are going to do in the future, because when you're not going to ask them to do this or do that, they'll look at it and say, but you have been the one doing it for me. You've been the one doing it. So, but it will be good that you need to know about our website. You need to know about how to order online. You need to know about this. You need to know that we have trainings. You need to know the time of this. You need to know the time of that. If you are in need of this, this is where to go to. If you're in need of that, that is part of the onboarding process. That is part of the onboarding process. And when you are saying, okay, this is when you need to do your, this is when you need to do your 4. This is when you need to do this. This is when you need to do this. It is very, very people understand all this, because if they don't understand it, replicating will be difficult. Replicating will be difficult. They will just think that, and anywhere you stop, that is where they stop. Anywhere you stop, that is where they stop. But if we can, right, if we can train them in such a way that they properly understand what we are doing, why we are doing it, why we need to do this, without you, it's not about you. It's not about you. But when we make them become copycats, then if you stop, they stop. If you break down, they break down. If you don't work, they don't work. But when you put up a system in place and ask them to do, they will run, because they know exactly why they are doing it. I think this is the last approach I have. The last approach will be, I want to become supervisor. Right? I am an assistant supervisor in the house. I want to become supervisor, right? It's 25cc. Can we break it down? Can we look at the breakdown approach and say, okay, 25cc, right? 25cc is 25cc in 2 months. Okay, I have retail case credits. I have new case credits. I have a team. I don't have a team. Okay, what am I expecting from them? So you break it down properly and know what you are chasing. You break it down properly and know, okay, which one is coming from me? Which one am I going to? Okay, I have retail sales to do. I have retail case credit to do. This is what the goal is, and I'm going to work towards it. You come to the other side and say, okay, fine. I have recruitment. I have new people to look for, right? I have new people to look for. How many new people am I looking at every month? Am I looking at 2 people with 1cc? I'm looking at 2 people with 22cc's. I'm looking at 10 people with 0.5cc's. So you set these goals, set clear goals, so that you know exactly where you are going to. And if you have a team, no matter how small, and you know what you're expecting from your team, it will also help you, because it will guide you towards ensuring that, yes, you put everybody, you bring everybody together, so that all we work towards the same goal. Because as you're moving to supervisor, a lot of them are becoming assistant supervisors, and as you're moving higher, they are becoming supervisors. And because you are growing, everybody in the team is also growing. So if you're ready to become a supervisor in 2 months, what is needed? The first thing that is needed is you must put your why. I've said this before. Why do I want to become a supervisor? Why do I want to become a supervisor? It's not because my upline wants me to become a supervisor. It's not because CSM wants me to become a supervisor. Why do I want to become a supervisor? Once you've identified why you want to become a supervisor, then you need to put the, you need to draw a clear-cut plan of course that will support this. I cannot overemphasize the importance of volume mapping. I cannot, because with what we did in the last 2 weeks, a lot of people don't know how to volume map. A lot of people, if you're a leader here, please teach your people how to volume map. Teach your people how to volume map, because if your people know how to volume map, half of the problem is solved, right? A lot of our people have business gaps. They have case credit gaps, but they don't know how to fill in these gaps. Don't know how to fill in this gap. Volume mapping will tell you where your case credits will come from even before they come. Now, this is a typical volume map. So volume mapping starts from you. Volume mapping makes you accountable. Volume mapping does not look at team. It doesn't look at, oh, my team member did not work. My team member did not show up. No, but volume mapping is personal. Your volume map is personal. That's why we personalize it. That's why the name is there. That is why the name, you take ownership. My name is Daniel Ikechuckwu. So you put Daniel Ikechuckwu in the middle, you take ownership of the volume map. You take 100% ownership of your volume map. It is my volume map. It is nobody else's volume map. So I'm not expecting anybody to do anything for me. It is me. So you're accountable. You're accountable. Once you do this, then you begin to look at your personal case credit. Like I said this when we started. You look at the personal and say, what have I used in the past? Myself and family, every month, what's the product that we consume? Is it 5cc? Is it 3cc? Is it 1cc? Is it 0.1cc? So you put it in W. Now W, if you can see here, W starts from your worst case credits and B starts for your best case credit. So you put it here. Yes, you put it here. Let's say 0.1 cc. 0.1. That is what we use in our house, in our family. Every month, we just use 1 bottle of gel. That is what we use. There is no need to hide under anything. There's no need. It's a plan. You are not trying to impress anybody. If it's 1 bottle of gel, put it there. 1 bottle of gel, 0.1 cc. 0.1 cc. So what is the best? What are you planning to use in the month of February? Before I forget, volume mapping is done at the 3rd week of the third week of the last month. So I am planning for February. So in the 3rd week of January, I'm going to plan for February. It's not in February that you are planning for February. So you are planning for February. You plan for February and the 3rd week of January. So I'll put it here. This is my worst. This is my best. What is the new product experience that we want to have? But the new product experience I want to have is that we want to experience in our family, we don't use bright tooth gel. So we want to experience bright tooth gel. So I'll go from 0.1 to 0.131. So 0.1 will be my worst, 0.131 will be my best. So personally, this is what I have planned for self and family in the month of February. So from there, we go to customers. The challenge we have is that once you look at your retail case credits, if I ask you, what is the strength of your retail case credit? You tell me 1 cc, you tell me 2 cc, you tell your OP 1 cc, you tell your OP 2 cc. Right? We are doing this because you are looking at your retail customers as a whole. You are looking at your retail customers as a whole. The best approach to plan for your retail customers is to plan for them individually. Plan for them individually. Oh, I have a customer, Daniel. He buys multi-marker, Vitalize for Men, and gel from me. So everything is 0.3 case credit. So 0.3 case credit. So you look at Daniel, you write his worst cases is 0.3. Historical. I'm repeating this because if you don't have a list of your customers, when we say customers, I'm not talking about someone that just bought product from you. Someone that just bought product from you once is not your customer. It's not your customer. We're talking about those that you've achieved repeat sales with. Anytime they want to buy their product, anytime they want to buy products, anytime they want to buy their supplements, they call you. Those are the people that you can plan with. Those are the people that they can beat your chest and say, these are my customers. So if you have their names and you have their history, you have your business history, you know what they normally buy. Yes, you can do this very well. But if you don't have, now might be the time to start, right? To start, you can on your system, even on the phones now, you can, there is Microsoft Excel on the phone. You can begin to put them on Excel, right? You can begin to put them on Excel. You can begin to document your conversation with them. You can begin to document what they are buying from you, right? Month after month, right? This will help you. But if you already have this, if you already gone past this step, then what I'm saying now is the right step for you to go to. So you plan for them one after the other. But what you're going to look at when you get to the B part, you're going to look at it and say, okay, what do I need to add to this person's? How do I grow this customer? How am I going to add to his product experience without creating a big hole in his pocket? So you're not going to go and add a product that is 100 and something thousand, or a product that is 60,000 or 50,000 to him, because when you do that, right, to his historical, right, if he gets it or if you send it to him, he might say no. And that might be demoralizing. So what you would need to do is that you need to add a product that is not too expensive, a product that would not create a big hole in his pocket, so that when he sees it, right, definitely he would want to use it. Or you can also add samples. You can also add samples of it. If it's 2 gel, have 2 gel samples. You can add 2 gel samples and add the tube. So when you have the samples, you can ask him to use the samples first. So if you look at it that way and plan for them one after the other, right, your retail case credit is going to be far higher than you used to project. Far higher than you used to project. Now let's not forget that this is just a plan. You have not achieved You've not achieved this because you're planning for the new month. Now, recruitment, you plan for recruitment. You plan for recruitment. Like I said, like I also said last week, if you always plan for recruitment, you will not enter any of our product centers alone. You will not come to Aromero alone. You will not go to the hall in Abuja alone. You will not go to the hall in Port Harcourt alone. Because you've planned for recruitment, right? We always say we take people from exposure to exposure. So as you're exposing people, right, exposing people using the different tools, right, you're going to get to a point where yes, I need to take them to a BOM, or I need to have a one-on-one with them, or I need to do this with them, right? You need to bring them to you need to expose them to the bigger community where they can see that, okay, you are not the only one, right? There are other people. So the meaning is that, yes, for all the Wednesday meetings, you're going to come with people, right? Either you're coming with people or you are bringing them online for one BOM or the other, or you are also doing the BOM for them. But the most important thing is that plan for recruitment, but plan based on history. What is your recruitment philosophy? Is your recruitment philosophy people lemon, two people to sign up CC? We run with look at social media here. Like I said, social media is a niche. Social media is look at social media because social media is okay. So you look at social media. Social media is a niche. Social media is if you're not getting anything on social media, don't plan with social media. But if you're getting something from social media, then you have to plan with social. You have to plan with social media. But once you put social media here, just know that you're generating something from social media. Then you can plan for your product launch. So just look at this diagram very well, very well. It must not be this. If there are other activities that you are doing, you can also use that to plan. Most importantly, you add all the W's and put them here. You add all the B's and put them here, and you have a thorough knowledge of what you are looking at in the month of February. Yeah, that is personal for you. Remember, one of the strategies we talked about is case credit multiplication. So this will give you an idea of whether that supervisor level will be possible or not, even before you get there. And again, like I said, if there is a shortfall, right? If there's a shortfall of this, okay, I want to be supervisor in 2 months, right? In 2 months, and I looked at this. At the end of the day, I'm getting 10 case credit, or I'm getting, it's not up to 13 or 14 case credit that I'm planning for. Then come to recruitment. The meaning is that the recruitment is the aspect that you can touch. Recruitment is the point where you can, because if you increase this to affect this, then you'll be good. Now, if you're a manager here, or you're a supervisor, you have a team member, you have team members, any of your team member that you cannot volume map for, any of your team member that cannot commit to activities that will grow their business, treat them as a customer. Just treat them as a customer, because it will do you a lot of good. It will help your mental health. Treat them as customers. When you treat them as customers, you don't expect too much from them. What you are expecting is, okay, you might be expecting an additional 0.1, 0.2, additional 0.5 cc, and additional 1 cc from them. Anybody that cannot, any of your team members that cannot have activities that will help them grow their business, they are not ready for business. They're not ready for business. So, but for those that are ready, you add all their W's together like this. Now, this is for one person. So you pick the W's here, you put here, right? You pick the total B's here, you put here. So you put the name Daniel, you put John, you put Amaka, you put Jide. So you put everybody, add all the W's and add all the B's. It will give you an idea of, right? It will give you an idea of what your total case credit will be in the month of February. Remember, all these activities are not done, they are only planned. But planning puts you in the right frame of mind so that when those calls are made, right? When those calls are made, when you are planning your calendar for the month, you already know what to go for. Because you sat down, you did this volume mapping, it will go a long way to help. So you have the activities, you have all the activities that you want to engage in. You have all the activities you want to engage in. So you roll out the activities. So these are the activities I want to engage in. These are the number of hours I want to spend. Please and please, don't do this business 24 hours. Don't do this business. You need to have a life. You need to have a life. People don't join forever. People join you. People join you because of the lifestyle they've identified. People join you because of what they have seen. People join you because they want to be like you. And during these 24 hours, nobody wants to do business 24 hours, right? Nobody wants to be doing business 24 hours. So you line out at the activities. It must not be exactly this. You line out activities that you strongly believe that can give you, that can make you, that are productive. Line out productive activities and run with them. Now, because after these activities, see, put a plan, daily active, block your calendars. It's one thing to plan, right? It's one thing to plan, but when we come to the activities themselves, zero. You want to grow on social media, you're not posting. Bring money for ad, you don't want to bring. You don't want to spend. Come for meetings, you don't want to come for meetings. Then how will you grow? Come for trainings, you don't want to come for trainings. How will you grow? Invite people for business meetings, you don't want to invite, and you say your business is not growing. So you must block your calendars. What I'm saying in essence is this. 1st of January to 31st of January, if you bring out your calendar today and say, okay, let's look at your calendar. What are the activities that you are committed to? Right? You are committed mentally to grow your business, but you're not committing to the activities. So you must block your calendar with activities. You must block your calendar with case credit producing activities, and you must act. You must act. It's a new year. So commit to making those calls, right? Commit to making those calls. Commit to inviting people. Commit to coming for trainings. Commit to communicating with your team members. So we must take those actions. I mean, without those actions, nothing will happen. Without taking action, nothing will happen. So when you do that and you have a tracker, right? When you do that and you have a tracker to track your activities and say, okay, I said I was going to do this, I did it. Right? I said I was going to do A, I did it. I said I was going to do B, I did it. It gives you this sense of satisfaction that yes, you're not where you want to be, but you're also not where you used to be. Right? You're not where you want to be, but you're also not where you used to be. And with these activities, definitely will come results. With these activities, whether I like it or not, definitely will come results. But if we don't commit to the activities, if we don't do the activities, then getting results might be difficult. So building a sustainable supervisor business, one, I'm closing. Building a sustainable supervisor business involves one, you must have good product knowledge. Good product knowledge. Because if you have good product knowledge, right? So we have a lot of assistant supervisors. If you have good product knowledge, and even if you don't have a team, at least you'll be able to build a critical mass that can serve as the foundation for growth for you. Two, you must be able to commit to recruiting people. You need to commit to recruiting. You need to commit to recruiting constantly. So that consistency in recruitment is key. Three, you need to build relationship. You need to build relationship. Four, you need to duplicate. You need to duplicate. It's very, very important. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of this today. Do we have questions? Questions, if you have question, put it on the question and answer tag. Let me see. I have a question, put it on the question and answer tag, or put it on the chats. on the chat room so that we can listen. Okay, please, sir, what is 4cc? Now, I guess the person that asked Juliet, I guess you're new. I guess you're you're new, and yes, it's a training, but I'll answer you since it's a training. Since it's a training. Now, all our products have corresponding case credits. Now, case credit is the basic unit of measurement. The way fuel is sold in liters, right? We in Forever we have a standard unit of measurement. Some of us that did mathematics will talk about standard unit of measurement. Standard unit of measurement in Forever is case credit, so that we'll be able to ascertain what is done in every country. So if I say one case credit in Nigeria, one case credit is one case credit, whether in Nigeria, whether in Germany, so is our standard unit of measurement. And every product, depending on the cost, have corresponding case credits, right? Like aloe vera gel is 0.1 cc. Bright tooth gel is 0.031 cc's. C9 is 0.43 cc's. So all the products have corresponding case credits. Now, when you put these case credits together, right? When you put these case credits together, for you to be active, those case credits must get to 4, right? Those case credits must get to 4. So that is what we say, that's what we call 4cc. And 4cc has its implications. Once you are 4cc active, you'll be able to benefit from your team's activity. You'll be able to earn your bonuses. That is why we are paying attention to 4cc. Juliet, I'll say advice to, if you've not signed up, I'll still advise you meet the person that invited you. They'll be able to put you through. And if you're in any of if you're in Lagos or you're in Abuja or you're in Port Harcourt or any state where we have product centers, I advise that you also come out for trainings. Please project the last slide. I'm trying to check the questions first. Let me see. How do we go and add on how much? This is a totally different. I can't be answering how much ads will cost. Ad is totally dependent on what you want to do and how long you want to run it. And a lot of things are involved. A lot of things are involved when you talk about how much an ad costs. Please, last slide. Okay, last slide. I'm going to project the last slide. Let me see. BOM is business opportunity meeting. Okay, 1 second. Yes, I understand Ayodele. I understand, and I can relate with that. I can relate with that 100%. I can relate to that 100% because when you our industry is an industry that promises financial freedom and time freedom, right? And time freedom. So when you're in the business and it's beginning to look like another 9 to 5 job, right? It's beginning to look for another 9 to 5 job. It means that there is something wrong. That's just the truth. it means that there's something wrong somewhere. There's something wrong somewhere. They say that you are not, time management is, sincerely, time management is key in our business. It is key in our business. You can be busy from morning to night and you've not done anything. So time management is key, but the industry promises time freedom and financial freedom. And your ability to achieve that is dependent on your ability to say, I am going to work for 2 hours. So you face your system. If you are doing digital marketing, if you are promoting, you're going to make those calls. You have people on your call list. You have people, you opened up your Excel. You have people that you want to call. So you say, okay, I'm going to make these calls for 30 minutes. I'm going to call for 1 hour. You call for 1 hour, and that is it. You say, okay, I've done that for 1 hour. I'm going to have you schedule business opportunity meeting. You have team meetings. You schedule them within a time frame, and you do it. And the next 3-4 hours, you are done with the day. You face your life. You have families. You have other things to look at. See, the most important thing in this business is to show up daily. Show up daily, and showing up daily does not necessarily mean that you'll be there 24 hours. No, that is not what it is. That is not what it is at all. So Ayodele, thanks very much. I can totally relate with that, because it's not another 9 to 5 job. That is not what the industry promises. For a new assistant supervisor, how do you explain the concept of worst and case credit, especially in regard to other areas? Other areas like what? Other areas like what? Now, for a new assistant supervisor, if someone that just joined, right? Someone that just joined can commit to 2 or 3 or 4. In fact, they can commit to all the activities there, depending on how serious they are about their business. The first one, I want you to look at all the concepts there. The first one is product use, right? A new assistant supervisor, can he or she use product? Yes. A new assistant supervisor can use product, right? Like I said, if the issue is money, so if you cannot do use share, we do share use. So if you want to do share use, so the meaning that we need to pay attention to you need to go down east and pay attention to customers, right? So you pay attention to retailing, right? Or selling. Can they sell? Yes, you can plan with them and say, okay, you are totally new. Because you are totally new, you don't have history, right? I hope you're getting it. Because you are totally new, you don't have history. And because you don't have history, so we are just going to say, this is your starting point. Your starting point it can be 0, right? It can be 0. So all the W's for the new person can just be 0, because there's no history. And we begin to say, okay, what are you looking at next month? Okay, well, I'm looking at just signing up one person, right? One person that will buy what? One person that will buy 0.5 cc. So you start from there. Right? So I don't have any customer. I don't have any customer. So just know that the W's can be 0 for the new person. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm trying to see if we have questions. No. Okay, thank you so much. I will spend 1.5 hours. I want to thank each and every one of us for being part of this training today. Next Saturday we have, I think we have something before next Saturday. Next Saturday we are starting the recruitment masterclass. Now the recruitment masterclass is going to run in series. It's going to run in series because each of the speakers need time, and we have limited time that we can keep people on Saturday. Like I said, I'm an ardent believer of family. I'm an ardent believer of the fact that you don't need to do this business 24 hours. So each of the speakers, we're going to run it for like, I think, recruitment masterclass for like 2 or 3, I think 3 weeks or 4 weeks. The idea was to bring all of them together, but it's going to take it's going to take time. And looking at the concept, the subjects that they are taking, right? They are all taking. So we're going to start with the art of prospecting, like the act of looking for the right people, part of your business. So that's what we're going to start with. I think after that, we do social media. After the social media, we do negotiation, the art of negotiating, right? We'll do negotiation, and I think there's a last one that I can't remember now. So it's a whole lot. So we are going to take them We're going to take them Saturday by Saturday. I think any Saturday that is available, we'll fix in one and we will have it. So they are just part, is a series. So when we say masterclass, it's a series, but we can't, would have loved to have them at once. We would have loved to come together physically and have them, but because we want to reach as many persons as possible, that's why we're doing it online. And if we're doing it online, we are limited. So that's what we're going to start. We're going to start with that next Saturday. And we're going to have Veronica come up. Veronica Kondaya is going to come up and help us with the recruitment, the act of prospecting. So thank you so much for being part of this training this evening. Yes, okay, we don't have any other questions. So thank you so much for being part of this training this evening. Take care of yourselves, enjoy, find some time to spend with your family this night. And if it doesn't make you grow, change it. Bye-bye.